Hello, welcome to lesson 310. Today we're multiplying a decimal by a whole number. It's really similar to yesterday, we're just taking the pictures out. If you feel like you still need the picture, go ahead and bring those pictures back in, but today we're going to focus on strategies of how to do it. So it says a car traveled at 1 and 1500 kilometers in 1 minute. If it travels at a constant speed, how far will it travel in 3 minutes and in 5 minutes? So we know that it travels that far in 1 minute. So if it's going that same speed, if it's going constant, then you're going to multiply because that means it's staying the same. So it's each minute it's going the same. So we're going to do 1 and 1500ths times 3 and 1 and 1500ths times 5. So when we're multiplying by decimals, remember we do not have to line up the decimals. We're just lining up digits. So the furthest to the right digit with the furthest to the right digit. We're going to actually completely ignore the decimal like it doesn't exist. So we're going to multiply 115 times 3. So 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 1 is 1, plus 1 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. Now we have 345. That's obviously not the answer. We're missing a decimal in there. So we're going to estimate. So 1 and 1500ths is really close to 1. So 1 times 3 is 3. So where can I place this decimal in here to make it closest to 3? Well, if I place it here, it's 345. Here it's 34 and 5/10. Here is 3 and 4500ths, and here is 345 thousandths. So where do you think I should place it? In between the 3 and the 4. That's close to your 3. That's how we know our decimal goes there. So then let's try the 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 1 is 5. 6, 7. 5 times 1 is 5. Again, that's really close to 1. Keep our 5 the same, we get a 5. So we know we want our decimal close to 5, so we can go 575, 57 and 5/10, 5 and 7500ths, or 575 thousandths. Where do you think? 5 and 7500ths would be our answer. So that's going to be the same. So how can addition be used to answer the questions above? Well, remember, multiplication is just repeated addition. So we could actually take our number and add it 3 times. 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring down our decimal. 1, 2, 3. And if you look, it's the same answer. So you can use addition to help you. All right, let's flip it and let's look at it. I'm going to write them over here. So I have question 1 is 9 and 8/10 times 2. So again, we're just going to ignore the decimal. It's 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 9 is 18 plus 1 is 19. So I'm going to estimate that this is close to 10 times 2, which gives me 20. So I can place my decimal here for 196. That's too big. Or I can place it here for 19 and 6/10. That's really close. Let's put it here. We could have put it here. That would have given me 1 and 96. 1 whole is not close to 20 wholes. And then again, this would be less than a whole. So that's how we know it goes there. I want to move down and look at question 20. It is 3/10 times 99. So again, we're going to ignore the decimal and we are going to multiply 3 times 99. Now I don't like the way this is written, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to rewrite it. 99 times 3. So 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 3 is 27, 28, 29. So I'm going to bring my number back over here. I have 297, but I have a decimal. Well, this is really close to what? We could do 0, but I really don't like 0 a whole lot. So let's actually change our 99. Let's say that it's 100 times 3/10. And we learned how to do that. Remember, this is 2 place value. So I'm going to rewrite it, and I'm going to jump 2 to the right. 1, 2. My decimal will go there. My 0 goes there. So I know I want my answer to be close to 30. So if I come over here, this is 297, and this is 29.7, 2 and 97 hundredths, and 297 thousandths. So I'm going to place my decimal right there. Let's go ahead and do one more. Let's do 23. We have 10 and 76 hundredths times 100. Well, we know since we're timesing it by 100 that our number is basically going to stay the same. So I'm going to rewrite all my digits. Now, what does my 100 tell me? That we're moving to place value. So our decimal is here, and I'm moving it to make it larger because I'm multiplying. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and my decimal goes at the end. So there's my answer. So don't forget, when we're looking at hundreds and tens, we're just moving the decimal over.